Hi folks, and welcome to another quick episode. We have added the Stalks to our Tesla Model 3 Highland, and we've added a couple of buttons as well. Now I was fine with not using the Stalks, but my wife after a couple of weeks said, no, I'm missing the Stalks, can you add some? So we ordered these, which are the sexy Stalks from Enhance, and I just wanted to give you a quick heads up on what they do. We also added a couple of these buttons for one for the charge port, and then that I only really needed one, but they come in a pair, so I've popped one just there for my daughter to mess around with the interior lights. I couldn't really find any more use for it, but you can see there, if I press that, the interior lights come on, and if you press it again, they go off. To be honest though, you can just touch the interior light and it goes on and off, so it's a bit gimmicky. That I just had to use it. I didn't want to leave it in the box. I may take it off and I might sell them because we don't need them. I actually found out, I didn't realise that I've got another one tucked away over there, which is for the charge port release, because one of the problems with the Tesla, if you don't have a Tesla designated charger at home, you have to lean in and unlock from the screen. However, when you get the Stalks, you get the Commander, which lives down there. I'll show you that in a minute. And you can set the rear door handle. So if you just hold the near side rear door handle like this for 3 seconds, it does the same job as the button that I've added. So again, that is probably surplus to requirements, but I didn't know that at the time. Anyway, let me show you the Stalks. I know a lot of people are going to be against this or not for it. So they fit just like that. They stick on to the, let's go through there, might be easier. They stick on to the cowling. They're very easy to put on. You just offer it up, get it level, and then you get 2 tabs that you can just pull away, and then it's in place. And that goes for both sides. You can just see through there. So that part is very, very easy. The Commander, if I just open the door, let's zoom back out. The Commander lives just in here. You do need to set up the Commander as a key and give access to the Tesla API, but again, that's quite self-explanatory, and there is a video documenting how to do this, so very straightforward. You just need to pull this door seal away like that, pop this panel out, which honestly takes about 30 seconds. There's a trim clip behind here that comes out nice and easily, and then this whole piece just lifts out, and then behind here is the plug for the can. It comes with a breakout loom, so you can piggyback off the back of it for anybody who's got like Scan My Tesla, or they want to get on the can for some reason. You can add another, and then the Commander just plugs in on another fly lead off of that loom, and you just stick it or tape it away. I've taped it down the wiring loom, and then I've stuck it to the body on a piece of NVH pad, so it doesn't rattle and it doesn't get too much vibration. Okay, so the first thing it does, so you can see the ambient light in there is flashing away. This was asked for by my daughter. You can set it up to do a rainbow when the doors are open. If you shut the door, it defaults back to your color, which is, mine is purple. Again, a bit gimmicky, but my daughter likes it. Any door that's open and it starts rainbow flashing, that can be set in the app. But the main things for us were the drive selector. Okay, so if you have your seatbelt on and you put your foot on the brake, it automatically selects a forward gear or a reverse gear, depending on what the car sees. However, my seatbelt's off, so it won't. But then if I just flick that, you can see it goes into gear. and then reverse, into reverse, and then on the end, park. That works really, really well. And then this side, indicate left, and then indicate right. And what you'll see there is, and this is something I do like, is that down the ambient lighting, if I zoom up here, you can see that it shows you which way you're indicating. On the door, you can have it on all the doors, or you can have it on just the dash, or you can have it as I've got it down the door. So the rear door's not doing it, and the front door is, and that's the same for the other side. I've got to say I quite like that. I don't know what it is. It's probably just men like LEDs, and I'm one of them. So yeah, to turn the indicator on, one touch. To turn it off, one touch. However, the self-cancelling works in the same way that it would do if you were working off of the buttons. And then if we come down to the end, you can see you've got the button there. So one push for a sweep, that works perfectly. And then push and hold, and that will give you your screen wash. There is a bit of a delay on this. It sort of sometimes squirts, and you can see it's still squirting there. These work on Bluetooth. I don't know if maybe the battery's going a little bit flat in this. However, to change the battery is very easy. You see that little bit there. It's a bit difficult, but just pull that out, and it's a 2032, I think. Yeah, 2032. It's a Varta. It may have been stored for a while. The battery may be going a little bit flat, so I get 2 new ones in there. And the stalk should just come back on. So let's give that. There we go. It's pretty quick to reconnect. So yeah, but I think that might need a new battery in there. So I'll get that changed and see if that delay there changes. Now, in terms of feel, it doesn't feel OEM. Absolutely, it doesn't. But it feels good enough. I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm happy without them, but I'm actually happy with them as well. And they feel good enough for me. They're very light. You don't need to do a whole lot with them in terms of effort. But on the standard stalk that's fitted to the older Tesla Model 3, there's no detent. So there's a point where you go through a double click on the indicator. That isn't here. So they definitely don't feel OEM quality, but they feel okay quality, good enough. And I think most people will be happy, and that translates to this stalk as well. This stalk is also not quite, just the feel of that button on the end, the pressure on the stalk is just not quite enough. I feel like they needed a bigger spring, a bit more resistance, but then you have got to remember that they are just stuck on, and I think if you increase the resistance too much on the stalk, you run the risk of pulling these off, although when they're on, they're on. Something else I need to mention about this stalk is there's no flash option for the high beam. On the OEM stalks, you just pull this stalk towards you and it flashes your high beam, whereas on the Highland, it's just here, which is fine. And if you know where it is, it's easy to use. But if your hand's here, it would be nice to have. But maybe there'll be a upgraded variant where they'll add that, but we'll see. But just for now, there's no flash option, so you have to use the steering wheel as you would if you didn't have the stalks. When you select autopilot, which I've got set to just a long hard pull down, obviously it won't work below 20 miles an hour, but it turns the front blue, and then when you get the warning to touch the steering wheel or hold the steering wheel, that pulses at the same time as the screen. And that's a nice effect. All these lights automatically dim. You can set them manually so they stay brighter, or you can set them to auto where they simply follow the car's brightness levels depending on ambient lighting. So that's quite useful. I've got the stalk set to double press for cruise control. and a long press for autopilot, and then to cancel, long press or double tap, and that will cancel as well. Also, with the Commander, we now have easy entry on the passenger seat, which is nice. So when you open the door, this seat sits back, and then when you buckle it, it moves forward. That's a nice touch. I feel like that should be standard in this car, and I dare say that that will be added. I think Tesla will do that. And last of all, if I was to pop the hazard lights on and then you look around, you can see that flashes amber, which is nice. You can have it in any colour. You can have it on just the dash, half of the just the dash like this, on the doors, not on the doors, and you can see the rear doors aren't on. We just have the flashing lights around the front. And there are a few other options. So you can have the front door to self-present, which is currently in beta, and that works. I've tried it a few times, but I feel like it's something we don't really need. I mean, I'm happy to just open the door in the normal way. I'll give you the prices at the end of the video. I think we paid about 440 euros, maybe, and then we had import costs as well from DHL, which were about £80. So we paid another £80 on top. So they're not cheap, but I think for the price and what you get from them, they're good enough. They're good enough. And they do make driving slightly easier, and slightly more bearable, especially for somebody just jumping in. It's quite easy to get used to Stalks, and people do instantly look for them. And unless you've been driving one of these for a while and you know where all the controls are, these just simplify things. So anyway, I'll leave it there, folks. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon in another episode. So bye for now.